Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video today we are going to look at Seoul National University admission for spring 2023. The online application is on and it started yesterday, the 4th of July. Without wasting too much time, let's dive into it. So when you look here, it says 2023 spring graduate admission for international students. It is important to note that the admission is both for graduate, that's master's and PhD student, and it's equally available for undergraduate students. On the table of content you have the timeline. We'll look at the timeline, we'll look at eligibility, and then we will look at scholarships. So on the timeline, page number 1, it says the schedule from July 4th, that's Monday, yesterday, it will run right up to July 13th, that's on a Wednesday, and the admission will close at 5 p.m. Korean time. It is important to note that everything is based on Korean Standard Time. So from the 4th of July the online application is on, and then there is an application fee of 90,000 Korean won, that's less than $90. Submit your application online, but note that your application is complete only after you must have paid the application fee. It is very important that you take note of that. The next one is recommendation letters. You have from July 4th to July 15th to submit your recommendation letter. So you have 2 more days after the online portal must have closed. The recommendation letter can be submitted right up to the 15th of July. It is important that you take note of that. So upon payment of the application fee, immediately you pay the application fee, an email will be sent to your recommender, and then recommender just has to follow this instruction. There is a document on the SNU website that directs you on how to submit recommendation letter. You can as well forward that document to your teacher or your professor so that they can follow on how to submit recommendation letter. It is equally important to note that it says SNU will only accept letters of recommendation written and submitted via the official letter of recommendation website, so it has to be through the online portal. After the email must have been sent to your recommender, the recommender has to follow the steps, respond to the email online. You don't have to send any paper recommendation letter. It has to be all via the online recommendation website. Okay, then submission of portfolio. It is important to note that some departments will require you to submit portfolio. So from July 4th right up to July 13th, Wednesday 5 p.m. College of Fine Arts, College of Music, Interdisciplinary Program in Fine Arts Education, College of Education, Department of Architecture, Architectural Engineering, College of Engineering, Department of Child Development and Family Studies, College of Human Ecology. Those 6 departments must submit a portfolio. If you have any problem with portfolio, you can refer to this application guide by going to page 14. There is detailed explanation as far as portfolio is concerned, so it's not something that is difficult. You must submit a portfolio. Preliminary admission decisions will be out on the 7th of October after 5 p.m. Korean time. After the preliminary decisions are out, you have to start submitting your original document, that's notarized document, as from the 11th of October right up to the 4th of November. That's less than 1 month. It has to be at the admission office by 5 p.m. Korean time. It is important that you submit your documents on time, and the decision on preliminary admission will be available on the SNU Office of Admission website, this website here. You just have to go to the announcement page and look for the results. You would have to type in your date of birth and your application number. Make sure you keep your application number. Immediately you pay your admission fee, you would receive your application number. It will be useful when you need to know the results of your application. That's as far as the submission of original documents is concerned. And then if you go down to number 5, admission, final decision of admission. The final decision will be made on the 25th of November 2023. It will equally be on the website. You have to go to the announcement page, the website, this website, to know the final decision. It is important to equally note that there is need for Korean proficiency, especially for those who would be applying for undergraduate. Some graduate programs might need Korean proficiency, but you have to look at this application guideline in detail to know if you would need Korean language or not before you apply. On page 4, there is recommendation letters. You need 2 recommendation letters. Tomorrow I'll post a video on how to provide an outstanding recommendation letter, because recommendation letter is very important. It is one of the documents that would make you succeed in your application, because it is a true representation of you as seen by another person. So it's like there is you, and then there's your professor. Your professor has to give out information about you, the way he sees you, what he thinks about you. So what your professor writes on your recommendation is very important. It's the most important determinant as far as admissions is concerned. The next one that is also very important is your personal statement. The way you write your personal statement is equally very important. It contributes a lot in the final outcome of the scholarship results. I would equally post a video in the days ahead as to how to write an outstanding personal statement. It is also important to note that there are 2 tracks as far as this admission is concerned. There is this one, International Admission 1, and there is another, International Admission 2. This is International Admission 2. You have to refer to the application guide to decide on which one to apply for. It is very important that you choose your application if you are applying for International Admission 1 or 2. They have different eligibility requirements. Alright, this is the most important part as far as admission is concerned, the scholarship. It is important to note that there are 2 scholarships. There is the Graduate Scholarship for Excellence Foreign Students, and there is this President Fellowship Scholarship. And it is important to note that you have to choose one. You cannot apply for both, and the application should be online at the SNU website, this website. You have to check your eligibility for the different type of scholarships before you apply. And like I said, only one application can be made between the 2 scholarships by checking the box that is allowed during the application period. So the first one is the Graduate Scholarship for Excellent Foreign Student. It says eligibility, international student, 1 applicants. So if you choose the first application method, you'd have to select this one. And then what is the detail? It covers full tuition for up to 4 semesters. And then there is a monthly stipend of 500,000 won. That's less than $500. And they said the amount and duration of the stipend can vary depending on the college or school. And then the second one is the Seoul National University President Fellowship Program Scholarship. Eligibility is also for international applicant 1 who are faculty member of a major university in a developing country without a PhD degree. For you to apply for this one, you should be a faculty member of a major university in a developing country, and you must not have a PhD. So it is important to equally note that this scholarship is for PhD holders. So it says only PhD program applicants can apply for the President Fellowship Scholarship. The detail: full tuition fee up to 6 semesters, and then there is a monthly stipend, and the amount is between 1,500,000 to 2 million for a duration of 3 to 4 years. And then there is a round-trip airfare. They'll pay your flight, and then they will train you for Korean language, and then there is a national health insurance coverage. It is important to note that I made a video on Seoul National University, I think less than 2 months ago, where I went into the detail of this application. If you feel like there is something that you don't understand, please check the videos at the end of this video. Select the Seoul National University application. I think there is both graduate and undergraduate video that I made. Please watch both of those videos to get details on the scholarship. Watch to get details on the application process. It is important to note that this application guide, it never changes. What they usually do is they just change the date. So if they are saying spring, all they will do is just like last year it was 2022 spring, and then this year they've just changed it to 2023 spring. The information has not changed. So whenever they want to do fall as well, they just change the date to 2022 fall, and then next year they will just change the date to 2023 fall. The information is always the same. Information is always the same. They never change the information in the admission guide. What they usually do is just change the date. So guys, that's the end of this announcement on application for Seoul National University. It is important to note that this is Korea's #1 university. It is among the sky like SKY. S for Seoul National University, K for Korean National University, and Y for Yonsei University. These are the 3 top universities in South Korea. They've been top 3 for many years. So it will really add into your educational portfolio for you to study in Korea's #1 university. I wish you the best, and make sure you take note of the deadlines and apply within that deadline. See you in the next video. Ciao.